Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television, here with
Dorothy White, and we're here for Relatively Speaking. We have mothers and daughters here with us today, and it's really fun to see what answers we've been given. And now it's mom's chance and grandma's chance to see if they can match what the daughter thinks.
Absolutely. And we're recording today at Mammy's Kitchen, right in downtown Bardstown. We're actually in their private dining room, which you can rent as well. And we have some people here from Mammy's who have close connections as well. Little Mammy daughters and granddaughters.
And grandmothers. And great grandma.
That's right.
Yes.
And we are ready for round two. I'm going to give you an update. So in round one, we had the daughters in the back kind of writing down their answers and the mothers trying to match. Now we're going to reversing and we're going to have the mothers write down their answers. We have 6 more questions that we're going to be asking. Each question's worth 5 points, except the last one's worth 15 points if you get both parts of the question correct, okay? But after round number 1, we have team number 1, which is right here, which is Stephanie and Toshiko McMillan. And they have 20 points for round number 1. That means they got 4 questions, 5 points each, right? Okay. Team number 2, we have Jennifer Mattingly, the daughter, here with Janet Blair, who is our birthday girl as well, as we're playing this, right? Have 15 points. So they got 3 questions right. Congratulations. Good job. And then we have team number 3, we have Francie Nally in the front is our daughter with Teresa Thomas in the back row there with 20 points. So we have teams number 3 and 1 are tied, both with 20 points so far. Very good. And then we have team number 4 on the end there. We have Emery Newton, who is our daughter in the front row, and Robin Thomas in the back row. They have 10 points at the time.
So they're going to have to work hard this time to catch up. But
right,
this next question is really a good one. I think you're going to go with this one. So
absolutely.
We ready to start, Gary?
Everything can change with this round, okay? So we all set? Yes. Okay, and we are going to go with question number 1. You want to ask us for there, Dorothy?
Question number 1. Is everybody ready? What does your daughter do that lets you know she's not happy?
I'm sure there's something that she does that kind of indicates to you that she's not very happy at this time. What does she do that lets you know she's just not happy right now?
Again, that can be an easy one or a hard one.
And we're going to find out in just a minute. And so our mothers are in the back row. They're going to write down their answers, and then we're going to have the daughters in the front row tell us what the answer is and hope the 2 match up.
Right. And kind of think what your mom might say or your grandma might say. What makes you unhappy?
So, Dorothy, if you and your daughters were on here doing this, would you be able to answer that question?
Well, different daughters do different things. But one daughter I know always rolls her eyes at me. And I don't know if it means she's unhappy or she's just, thinking about what I said. Probably more unhappy than anything else. And the other one just gets real quiet. So those are usually the signs that I can tell, because I usually just go right on talking and she'll just get very quiet if she's not very happy with what's happening. So, but having 4 daughters, I've had a lot of experience with this. So hopefully you're going to be able to match this up.
That's right. Do we have our answers in the back row here? Everybody has it down? Okay. And I'll start over here with Stephanie. Stephanie, what do you do that indicates to your mom that you're just not really very happy?
Facial expressions.
Okay. Facial expressions is what she said. What do you say?
Looks at me hard.
Looks at me hard.
I think that's facial expressions.
Okay.
I think that's a winner. Sure.
Yes. Good job.
Sure.
Okay. And Jennifer, what do you do to let Janet know that you're not very happy?
I'll just straight up say so.
You just tell her.
Yeah.
So she says, she just tells you. What did you say?
I'll put it down that she won't talk, but she'll say not right now. But then she does eventually let me know. But
okay, but won't talk is what you said. Okay. Yes. Later on, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have 1 match, 1 not so far. How about over there, Dorothy?
Okay, let's go ahead and start down here. And Francie, what's your grandma going to say? How do you let her know when you're unhappy?
I usually talk about it, maybe with a few curse words.
Okay, and what do you answer to that?
Well, I said that she's complaining about her new house.
Well, complaining. What
Yeah.
do you think? Is that a
Yes.
match?
Did you say you talk about it? Is that what you're?
Yes.
Yeah.
She said
Complaining,
usually with
yeah.
a few cuss words, so I think that
Okay.
definitely says, that you're complaining. So I think that's
Nothing says mad
nothing
other than curse word.
Well, I like the way you worded that. Unhappy.
Yeah.
How do you show your mom that you're not happy?
I just tell her I'm not happy.
Well, I mean, by throwing a fit. Roll your eyes. I mean, it just depends on the unhappiness state.
Yeah.
Mm.
How
I mean,
just
if
how
you're
unhappy?
about something, you're gonna be like, oh, throw a little fit.
about it.
You tell me about it. I don't know if
We
We're just thinking
up to
different.
Gary.
So
Gary has
she
the
tells you
final
about it.
answer.
We'll give you it. That's good. 5 points. That's good to vocalize.
yeah.
Keep
it
that
is
up,
good.
everyone.
Vocalize throwing a fit. Yes, that's it. Yeah.
It's always better to communicate.
It truly is. So many people hold things in, and it's not good for you. So just let them have it.
It's the throwing things that's bad. Okay. Are you ready for question number 2? Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Now, mothers, which of you keeps a cleaner house
Or a cleaner room.
or a cleaner room? Yes. Which one of you is more clean at home?
Some people really enjoy cleaning, and they'll run around and pick up everything and can't stand it if things are a mess. So
Now, this is an
which one of
opportunity
you is?
to look at yourselves honestly and say, which one of us is cleaner? And cleaner. And I think one of was it you who said for the advice was always to stay clean? Somebody had that advice. Wasn't that somebody's
What's
advice?
your advice?
Was that you? You had your
Yes.
mouth clean, right? That's right. That's right.
She's
And
got
if-
the clean teeth.
Yeah, so people are talking about clean.
Well, that's
So-
why it's really fun to see what the answers are, because a lot of times you feel very strong in one way or the other, but your mom might not always get that message.
Exactly. So we're going to see if they match. So you have to write down your answer. Are you or Stephanie, you or your daughter, clean? Which one has a
do you keep
cleaner
a cleaner house or a cleaner room?
That's right, cleaner room. Which one would you say keeps it clean? We know you're all clean. Are we all set?
Do
Okay.
you want to start down here this time?
Sure. Let's start down there.
Okay. What would you say, who keeps a cleaner house, you or your mom?
I keep a cleaner room, probably me.
Cleaner room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I clean it.
That's
I mean, most of the time. I mean, pretty much. I'll go back over you decorate it and you move things around and stuff like that, and yeah, you go back over me.
Well, sometimes that is the situation, but the basics. So, Gary, again?
Did you say you?
Oh yeah, I said me. She said
Okay.
her. So yeah, I was
Okay.
Okay.
No, not this time.
Okay, so me
Okay.
or her.
Yes.
And Francie, would you say you or your grandma keeps a cleaner house?
Oh, I don't know. I have kids, so my house stays messy sometimes, but she knows I like to clean. So I want to say I keep a cleaner house.
Okay. And what did you say?
I said Francie.
All right, we have a winner.
Good
We have a
job.
winner.
Very good. Very good. Okay, now we're going to move on down here. And Jennifer, you or Janet, who has a cleaner house?
She would probably say me, but she taught me how to clean.
So what are you saying? You or your mother?
Me, because I'm an OCD clean freak.
Okay. And
She does.
she does.
She does.
Hey,
and
very
she
good.
does.
So we have that down. Good job. Okay, how about over here? You or your mother? Who keeps a cleaner house?
Mom.
Okay, and what did you say? You. Very good.
All right.
Very good job.
All right.
Okay. That was good.
Right. And this
Very
is
good.
really just to tell how well you know each other and
Exactly.
the different things that you know about them. So.
Exactly.
And Gary thought of the questions, so don't blame me.
So question number 3.
Okay, question number 3 is, which would surprise you more? If your daughter sang the national anthem at a ball game, competed in the Indy 500, or made an award-winning cake for the state fair?
So this is another multiple choice.
I'll go through those one more time. If your daughter sang the national anthem at a ball game, competed in the Indy 500, or made an award-winning cake for the state fair. I think this is going to be a pretty good one.
So which one would surprise her the most?
That you did.
That you did. This is something you did, and what's going to surprise her the most.
Yes. So if you're a good singer and sing all the time, then it wouldn't be very surprising if you're going to sing the national anthem, maybe. Or if you're a good baker making a cake. Has anybody here ever won something at the state fair? Me either. So.
I worked at the state fair.
There you go.
I used to work at the state fair. We had a booth every year, and went to it. Stephanie, you probably do too. Do you have a booth at the state fair and work the state fair? It's just really interesting. It's fun, and they really do have a lot of things to do with all the baking and all the different things they have going on. A little bit of everything. So,
absolutely.
okay, where do we want to start for our answers then?
We have our final answer here.
Oh, okay.
Are you all done down there? Okay.
I believe so.
Okay, I'm going to start here with Jennifer. Okay. And this question is, we had 3 multiple choices.
Yes.
And they are...
Do you want me to read those one more time? Which would surprise you the most if your daughter sang the national anthem at a ball game, competed in the Indy 500, or made an award-winning cake for the state fair? Which would surprise you the most?
Of those 3, what you doing it would surprise her the most?
I'm going to say singing the national anthem.
Singing the national anthem, and you
That's what I sing, the national anthem.
All right.
Ah,
All right.
very good. Very good. So you're not a singer, I take it.
Only in the car all by myself.
There you go.
Really, all
Driving
3
an
of those
Indy
things would
500.
be a challenge.
Yes.
So,
Okay. How about over here? What of those 3 would surprise your mom the most?
I think sing the national anthem.
Sing the national anthem.
Sing?
And what did you say? National anthem.
all right.
Very good.
I
Good
think
job.
everybody kind of feels the same way. Singing is so intimidating that unless you're really a good singer, I don't think you'd want to do that. But let's see what Francie says.
Probably sing the national anthem.
Okay.
I know what you said.
What'd I say?
The Indy 500.
Right.
Wow. But sing the national anthem. So,
I was going to say the Indy 500. I want you to drive fast.
yeah. Well, yeah, go ahead. Go with that. Usually, whatever your gut tells you first, usually that's the right answer.
Yep.
Usually is the right answer. So, okay,
And we
with
have our
that
final
in
one.
mind, what would surprise you the most if you either sang the national anthem, competed in the Indy 500, or baked a cake for the state fair?
Baked a cake for the state fair.
Okay, Mom.
Baked a cake for the state fair.
Good job.
Fair, all right.
Very good.
Very good.
The national anthem, I changed it last minute.
Yeah.
Good job. So, Emery, do you like to sing? Okay.
Yeah.
Her dad's a musician, and he can sing, so she can sing. She just won't. She does.
Yeah.
It'd be a little surprising, too, if you were driving an Indy 500 right now, but a cake might be, too.
Yes. And we won't tell your grandma about baking that cake. So,
Okay. So, we are on to question number 4. Okay. Now, this one might be a little difficult. We've had this before on one of our shows, and it's kind of funny sometimes, but we'll see how it works. Okay. Ready? Question number 4. Had your daughter been born a boy, what would the boy's name have been? So, did you have a boy's name picked out if your daughter had been a boy? What would that name have been? Oh, don't say it.
and I heard Grandma say earlier that she had some choices in choosing the name, so you had some help.
Yes. So this one might be a little difficult, but
Okay.
we'll see how it goes. Does everybody have an in? If your daughter had been a boy, what would the son's name have been? Okay. And hopefully she knows too. We're trying to match anyway. Are we good? Everybody have an answer?
when my girls were both pregnant at the same time, they were fighting over a name. They were both due at the same time, and they're very close together anyway. Well, one in July and one in October, and they both wanted the name Jacob, because it is a beautiful name. And so my one daughter that was due in July said, you can name your son whatever you want to, but mine's coming in July and I'm naming him Jacob. And so she did, but luckily the other daughter had a little girl, and so her name was Rachel. So there was no contest there. But kind of funny that they do really, you know, when you're in the same family, you do think of the same names.
Absolutely.
So let's try.
I have 2 nephews named Jacob.
You do? And it is a great name. But there are a lot of Jacobs in that age group. So she, you know, I think Rachel kind of went
My grandfather's
out
name
on
was
that.
Jacob, too.
So do we want to start at this end
Yes.
then?
Why don't we start down there?
Okay.
It hasn't been as long for Emery.
That's right. So had you been born a boy, what would your mom have named you?
I'm going to guess Ryan, maybe.
Ryan?
I have no idea where you got that from.
That's the first thing that came to my head.
Well, James.
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 James. Is that the name that you had picked out?
James or Grayson, but James.
Yeah.
I thought we talked about this.
You know, it is really funny though. I think sometimes the younger your daughter is, there's things that that probably never come up. You know, where as you get older, there's other things that you might share.
Right.
So you might know that. Do you want to go down
Yes.
here, or do you want to go ahead?
Here, I'll go with Stephanie here.
Okay.
Stephanie, had you been born a boy, what would your name be?
They used to tell me that they were going to name the boy Stephen Vincent Alexander.
Any other names you'd like to throw in there?
I've always heard.
Okay, so we have Stephen, Vincent, Alexander. Do you have any of them on there?
We could.
Never thought about it. I'm going to have a boy. So, Alex.
Okay, well, you did get one of them.
She got one of them. She got one of them.
But I think the Stephen was probably the first one.
Well, my husband was talking about the Vincent and Alexander, you know. But I knew I'm going to have a girl. And since my husband is a Stephen, so Stephanie is.
Okay. Well, I don't know that I can give you that one.
Okay.
Because you threw them all in there. But we'll see. We'll think on that one, right? Okay.
Okay.
How about if we move on down to
Okay.
Jennifer?
Okay.
What would your name have been if you'd been a boy?
I'm going to have to go with James Damien because that's my little brother's name, and I assume if he was before me, if I would have been before him, I would have been him. Does that make sense? I know what I was trying to say. I don't know if it.
Follow your train of thought. So yeah. Okay.
Let's see
How
what
are we doing
mom
over
says,
here?
though. What's mom say?
Put Damien.
Okay. And she said James Damien, right? Okay, we'll give them to both of you. You got an Alexander
right,
and an
all right.
Alex, and you got
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
Really,
Okay.
it's the same thought process that they're going through.
Exactly.
Okay?
We'll give them to
So
you.
keep that in mind.
Okay.
Keep that in mind,
And we have
and
one
we'll
more,
go
right?
down here. Okay. Did we ask Francie yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go with Frank because that's what my grandpa always called me.
Okay. And what did her grandpa always call her? And what would she have been named?
I put James.
Oh.
We had
So it
lots of
sounds like
James.
James was one of a favorite name in your
Yeah.
family, so that would have been a good one.
And their dad.
Oh.
called you Frank because you were Francis.
I know.
Her Francie.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Uh-huh.
Okay, ready for question number 5? We're getting down to
Okay.
the end. Do you want to read that one for us there?
Sure. Would your daughter say that she is your favorite child? Now, that's a tough one, especially because they're all probably your favorites. So, but would she say
would your
that you
daughter-
are her favorite?
Would your daughter say that she is your favorite child? That's the question. Yes or no? So
Yeah, just a yes or no question.
So we have a 50-50 chance here.
This is easier than the last one.
Now, if some of you drove here together, it might be an issue when you're going home, depending on the answer. But
And I would like to remind you again that Gary thought up these questions. So he does a really good job. He comes up with some good ones. And it's difficult to ask those kind of things. So
okay, do we all have answers?
everybody got their answer on there? You got a 50-50 chance?
And or a grandchild.
Yes.
But I know you have another one sitting next to you, so you might be in trouble. Okay. All right. So we're going to start. Oh, I'll start down that end.
Sure.
Let's start down there.
Okay, Emery, is your mom going to say that you're her favorite child?
Yes, because I'm the only child.
Yes, because she's an only child.
Yes.
You better
Yes.
say yes.
And her only and
Yes.
favorite. And favorite.
Yes. Good job.
Good job.
That's a good thing you got that one right.
Yes.
Okay. You want to move
wanna
on
go
to
ahead?
Francie there?
Okay. And Francie, is your grandma say that you're her favorite?
Yes.
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 They're all my favorites.
I
Yes,
know.
exactly.
I know. And that's a tough one for grandmas because they are all your favorites.
Okay, we're going to work our way down here. And
Okay.
Jennifer, will your mom say that you are her favorite?
Absolutely not.
And
I don't have a favorite, but they
little
think
sister.
little sister is. I'll
Did she?
say no, but that's not.
what's her name?
Julie, she's the baby.
There's been discussion about this.
Oh yes, we tell her all the time. We know it's okay.
She knows too. 'Cause
She's 10. Yeah. She's 10 years younger than me, so everyone always loved her because she was little. So we always tease Mom about her being the favorite.
You're 10 years younger than your mother?
Jimmy's between them, and they both say Julie's the favorite, but that's not true. They're all favorites.
Yeah.
Well, it is true the youngest are the best, so that's okay. And how about over here? Will she say you're her favorite?
Yes.
And?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
very good.
All right. See, we had a 50-50 chance there. So that was a good one. That was a
Yes.
good one.
So everybody got that one right.
Everybody
Good
got that one
job.
right.
That was
Everybody-
good. Everyone got it.
Yeah.
That's a good sign leading into our final question.
Yes.
Okay, this is our final question of the evening.
Okay.
And it's a two-parter. So if you get one right, you get 5 points. If you get both parts right, you get the 15 points. Okay? So we're going to ask 2 questions, and you're going to write down the answers for us there, please. And then we'll see if your daughter matches them.
Okay.
And how about if I ask the first part and then you ask the second part?
That'd be
Sound
great.
good?
Sure.
Okay, the first part of the question. If you could change one thing about your daughter, what would it be? So if there is one thing about your daughter that you could change, I know they're perfect, but if there's one thing, what would it be?
That's a tough question, too. Because you don't really want to change anything.
That's right. So we have some thinking going on.
And if you think that one's hard, wait till you hear the next one.
The second part will be interesting as well. So,
It is very interesting.
yes, so that's the first part. Why don't you ask the second part so you can be thinking
So you
about
could be
that
thinking
too.
about this because
Yes.
it might take you a minute.
Okay.
The second part is, this is going to be for an extra 10 points if you get both of them right. What will your daughter say she would change about you?
All these are easy questions.
Good. We like to hear you say that.
Yes. Stuff comes to mind immediately.
Yeah.
That
When
makes
it comes to
easier.
mind immediately, usually that's the answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first part, what would you change about your daughter? And then what would your daughter say she would like to have changed about you?
Yeah. If she could just change one thing about you, what would it be? And then what will your daughter say that she would change about you?
Honesty is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
And Gary, you want to start down at your end?
Well,
where-
I
is she
think we're
still writing?
thinking
Okay,
right here.
okay.
Do you have all of
All
your
right.
answers, mothers?
Yeah.
Take your time. That's okay. We are here at Mammy's,
That's right.
back in the private dining room, and it's a beautiful area, warmed with a wonderful fireplace, and just all cozy for this winter. If you need a room or a place for a party, this is a great place to have it. We're in beautiful downtown Bardstown at Mammy's. And we are playing, relatively speaking,
That's right, with our
with
mothers'
mothers and daughters. And some of the questions we are getting are really interesting. So, Gary, you want to start down at your end this time? Not just yet. Okay.
Are you ready?
Not sure what you want.
Well, it's hard because she's such a perfect daughter.
It's easy stuff. Why don't we start on your end there, and we're going to go through while she finishes up writing. So if you want to start down there.
The first part of the question is if you could change one thing about your daughter, if your mom, this is your mom, what would she change about you?
My attitude.
Attitude. And Mom, what did you say?
Her clothes or her style, just like, I don't know, sometimes I wish she'd wear more dresses.
Her style. Okay. And the second part is, what will your daughter say that she would change about you? What would you change if you could change one thing about your mom? That's a tough question.
But I had it in my head, but probably my grades.
Your grades. Okay.
No, that
you're gonna change about your mom.
Okay, I forgot.
Change about your mom. You're already her favorite child.
Probably.
So no matter what you say, it's not gonna matter because you're her favorite.
So what do you want to change about me?
Her attitude sometimes.
Well, I said clothes because sometimes you don't like my clothes. But yeah, I was going to say temper at first, maybe my attitude at first, but then I crossed it out and said clothes.
Sometimes she doesn't like that
Yes.
I know, that's the real answer. I mean, it's just...
It is, and sometimes it is conditional, especially when you have a younger child. It is a little bit different.
Yes.
And as they grow older, they grow into a lot of different things. So,
Well,
you think there's things that make you unhappy now? Wait till they grow up a little bit.
Well, I think you both look good in what you're wearing.
Yes,
so
you do.
You don't need to change anything.
Okay.
So how about we go down here?
Okay.
We finally have some answers in the back row here, Stephanie. So let's see what your mom said. Stephanie, the first part of the question was, if you could change one thing about your daughter, what would it be? So what did she say she would change about you?
Clean up my language.
Clean up her language. What did you say? Is that true?
No.
Oh.
I don't want to change her anything.
Oh, no, okay. Don't say that part yet. Okay, don't say that yet. Okay, so you don't want to change anything. So she doesn't want to change anything about you. Isn't that sweet? But you don't get any points for it, but that's sweet. Okay, how about part number 2? What would you change about your mom?
She's perfect. I don't know.
So you're going to say nothing too?
Nothing.
Okay, so she doesn't want to change anything about you either.
Oh my gosh, I said a nag.
Is that true? Nagging?
Nagging? No, she doesn't nag.
Well, that's good. No points, but you did a good job.
This has proven to be more difficult than we thought.
Yes. Now, who said that was an easy question? When we asked it.
Did you say this was an easy question?
Yes, so why don't we find out what your answers are?
Okay, so this is coming from your grandma. If she could change one thing about you, what would it be?
Nothing.
Grandma, did you think of something? Uh-oh. I think she thought of something.
To write something. Yes, to go to church more.
Go to church more. Well, that's very true. That's a thing you never can do too much. So, and the second part of the question is, what would your daughter say that she would change about you? What could you change about your grandma?
Nothing.
I don't think you can do nothing.
Hard.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I have to say something.
if I have to say something,
you have to say something.
her fanny packs.
Do you have a fanny pack on?
I said my clothes.
Clothes, okay.
Well, I was like her fanny packs and
Her earrings.
We'll give you clothes. We'll give you
It's
that.
something you wear.
We'll give you
It's
that.
something you wear. A fanny pack is something that you wear
every single day. So that's
every single day. Well, it's
Since
part.
they weren't cool, then they were cool, and now she's still wearing.
And now they're cool again.
Yeah.
Now they're cool again.
I didn't wear them when they were cool.
Okay. So we
Tell them
have
you always were because they were always cool. They were.
now we have
always
our
cool.
last couple,
Okay.
the birthday girl couple, right? We're going to see how well you did here. And what would you say that your mom would like to change about you?
My potty mouth.
Potty mouth. Okay. Language there too, right? Okay. And what would you like to change about her?
Nothing, because she's perfect. But since I'm forced to say something, I would tell her to be more adventurous and live outside that box.
Okay. Okay. And what do we have over here? What'd you say?
I said temper.
Okay. Instead of potty mouth, right?
And
Okay.
Step out of the box more.
Oh, good.
Oh my goodness!
Good. That's great. So you got that
you know
one
what?
right.
Just getting her today to come in and do this show with us, we appreciate that so much, because really it's not easy. Gary is used to this, so it gets easier the more you do it, but truly it is a challenge. And so thank you so
Absolutely.
much for stepping out of your
Yes.
comfort zone to join us today, especially on your birthday.
Absolutely.
It's my son's birthday.
Well, there we go. Fantastic.
I wished him happy birthday.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for taking part. And again, these were our 4 ladies, and we do have the final score, okay, of who won our Relatively Speaking Mothers and Daughters. So if we had to ask, what was the easiest question that you had today? What was your easiest question, do you think?
Who does the cleaning better?
The cleaner.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the easy one for you. Okay. How about what was the most difficult question?
This last question.
Last question?
Yeah, that was a difficult question.
Okay. So now we know. We'll take that one out. But, so, our score, our winners for today, with our 4 people for mothers and daughters, and again, thank you all for taking part. The winners are Stephanie and Toshiko.
Oh!
Yeah, with 45 points.
Oh
45
my
points.
goodness!
Congratulations.
45
fabulous.
points.
Good job.
That's really good.
Thank you very much for taking part. We appreciate it. And again, this has been Relatively Speaking, and we've been doing it here at Mammy's Kitchen. And if you are interested in renting this space, give a call to Mammy's Kitchen. Talk to Robin.
Or if you're interested in being in Relatively Speaking, just let us know, because
Absolutely.
we do different sets. Have we done sons and daughters, or not sons and daughters, but sons and moms? I think we've done that,
done
but
mothers
that
and
was a while
sons.
ago. We've done twins. We've done what else? Other combinations.
We've done sets of brothers, sets of sisters.
Sets of brothers. Okay. So if you're interested in being that, just give us a call at Channel 6.
Absolutely. And actually, Stephanie was on our Brother Sisters, too, that we did.
Okay.
Before, yes. So this has been Gary White here with
Dorothy White, and thank you so much for participating today.